I'd see him sitting on that couch all day long, just staring at that Hollywood hogwash.
Our favorite show was Hollywood Hogwash.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Hollywood Hogwash. I'm Andrew Pisano, along with my brother Joe Pisano, Josh Reese, and Aaron Rosa.
De Rosa!
Got the Four Horsemen back.
That's right, man. Does Tom Cruise know how to make a movie?
Holy shit.
The guy is amazing.
Jesus.
These movies are amazing. What number is this?
7.
8? 7. 7. Part 1, 7.
Right. We're not up to Fast and Furious numbers yet.
Well, we're close.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was such a. They're just all fun.
The action.
There's really
is,
no bad ones.
The action is amazing. I mean, they spent 3 years making these movies, Part 1 and Part 2. Which when is Part 2 supposed to come out? Next year?
Let's hope.
It's probably next year. I'm
I
sure.
don't want to wait too long.
Well, who knows
Hopefully
now with the
Christmas.
strike. But yeah, I feel like I saw
No, I think it's done. I think they're done though. I think
feel
they've
like-
already made the second part. That's
Right.
why it took
I hope
3
so,
years.
sure.
I feel like it was I don't know, like a year and a half ago or something, like a long time ago when someone had a social media video of Tom Cruise on the top of that train.
Yeah.
Like when they were making this one. I feel like that was like 2 years ago or
Well,
something.
and
Yeah.
it was also like it was also over 2 years ago, maybe 3, when Tom Cruise, when they released the audio of him yelling at everyone on the set. That was this movie.
Oh,
And that was when it
shit.
was,
Holy crap.
like super COVID protocol. Like, so it was like right after they started filming again.
Oh, wow.
Which makes me think it was in 2020, when he was yelling at, like he was cursing at everyone, like, you're gonna fucking shut this whole thing down! God damn it!
Yeah.
Yeah, so this
And
was
like, because the rules of like, everyone has to wear a mask, like,
So here, just because we're talking about it, on January, this is according to IMDb, on January 15, 2019, the movie was announced to premiere August of 2022. On April 24th, 2020, Paramount delayed the 7th and 8th films due to COVID-19. Second release date for 8 was November of 2022. Oh, wow. So they were going to go like both in the same year.
yeah.
Delayed the 7th film. As a result, the 8th film got a new release date of July 7th, 2023. And then on 2022 was delayed a third time. So yeah, I think we're waiting for June of next year is what it said. So
For the sequel.
For the sequel.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
And it's funny. I was thinking about. I was like, when did the first one come out? And I was like, I think it's been 30 years. And then literally when I said that, I think they say something about 30 years in the film. They
was
say
it like
something.
96 or something?
96. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, we're going to break it down. There's a lot to talk
Break it
about
down.
with this movie. Kind of hard to recap because there's so much exposition.
Yeah.
So hopefully you guys will help me with that.
Yep.
But before we get to that, we have to thank 2 brand new spanking patrons
Yes.
on the Hollywood Hogwash Patreon. So thank you to MJF.
You fucking mark!
Yeah.
And
Excellent.
he's a big fan. And thank you to Zach the Ripper. Yes. That's terrible.
he's
How
putting
could
holes in
you?
people.
That's terrible. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Joe pressed that button, not me. Just for the record, everyone needs to know that.
I love being this close to the soundboard.
Go to patreon.com/Hollywood Hogwash. It's only $3 a month. You can cancel anytime. We're currently doing Secret Invasion, although the show's been so bad that we might switch to something else.
There's only 2 episodes
There's only
left.
2 episodes left, but I mean, really, it's like, why even watch the rest? But we also have a bracket on there. We've got the best TV show intro bracket of all time. We have another bracket we're going to be doing pretty soon. So look out for that. All right.
Shocker. The fans already want more brackets.
Of course.
Imagine that.
Of course.
They're the best.
Yes. All right. Before we get to Mission Impossible, let's talk some Hollywood hogwash. So all your favorite TV shows and movies that have been currently filming have all stopped due to the Screen Actors Guild deciding to join with the Writers Guild and officially go on strike. Yeah.
They're all dead.
When I hear
This happens like every 2 years, though. It's like, come on, guys.
It's not every 2 years.
It seems like it.
No, this is the first time in 50 years both of them have done it,
well,
right?
both of them at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm a part of SAG. I get the freaking emails and newsletters. It
does
just
seem-
seems like they're always about to,
Well,
or
Joe,
they do it.
why don't you just tell everyone what you fucking want already?
I don't want anything. I think this is so stupid.
That's because
Hey, the Disney CEO makes $70,000 a day. Wah. Well, okay, he's the CEO of Disney. I don't understand. Like I look, whatever. I'm a part of SAG, and I just like.
and he doesn't
Everyone
support
cries.
it. Everyone just publicly.
I support SAG.
For
I
the
don't-
record.
I don't think everyone should go on strike. You know how many people? Look, here's what sucks. Most of the people that go on strike do it part-time. They don't need this job. And the super rich celebrities obviously don't give a shit either way. They're getting paid. It's the working people that they're actually fighting for that are now going to go without food for the next 6 months that they don't think about when they do stuff like this. That's what pisses me off. Is like families are going to be hurting big time that work in the industry.
Well, it's also some of the comments that the executives have made too. I don't know who said it. Was it Bob Iger that said that he wanted to starve people, or they wanted to lose their houses or whatever?
I don't know. I have stuff that Bob Iger said. What did Sean Gunn say?
Right.
He said like, what was it? 30 years ago, the CEO made like 30 times what the lowest guy did, and now he makes 400
Like
times
40,
what the
yeah.
lowest guy did. So look, we all know about inflation. It's not only affecting Hollywood; it's affecting everyone. So obviously, they just don't want to, suffer the same way the rest of the United States are. They're like everyone else here.
Yeah.
Like inflation's gone way
Right.
up. Pay for everyone has not gone up very much at all. So everyone struggles now.
Well, there's a lot of issues. Like I've heard some of the actors also complaining about like them doing like body scans or whatever. So
Yeah.
eventually they'll be able to like use their bodies in AI.
They're saying the studio's proposal on a new deal was we could scan your image, pay you for 1 day of work, and then use that image and likeness forever, and you don't get paid again.
That's one of their issues.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Yeah, but
mean,
only
that's
if
a
you
fair
agree
issue.
to it. It's not a fair issue. Josh, don't sign the paper that says I can use your likeness forever off of one little scan.
Right, but then you get some actors that are like, well, this might be my only chance to be in a movie, so they're in the movie.
but I mean,
Then fine, then.
Yeah, but residuals, you know how residuals work. I mean, if you're a low actor, you can't negotiate residuals. If you're
right.
just like, you know what I mean? Like
Sure, you got to make
low
it.
on the total
I hear
poll actor.
Lorne Michaels pays first year SNL people like scraps, like
Right, oh, yeah.
next to nothing.
Yeah.
And then become big. You negotiate, you make a fortune.
Sure.
I mean, isn't that how
This
the world
is
works?
them negotiating, though. This
The
is
only way they
them
could
going
do it.
to the table.
Look, it's just like the NFL. It's millionaires fighting with billionaires.
Yeah, right.
You know, it's
Yeah.
just like sports.
And
you
then
guys-
the people that are making nothing are sitting on the sidelines
Yeah.
going, well, just go
Of
to
course.
work.
Right.
Yeah.
That's always what it is.
My
So it's
nothing
like-
plus my nothing.
So what do you root for? The millionaires or the billionaires? The billionaires keep more, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, it's tough. Have you guys seen Black Mirror this season?
no.
It's a great. Have you watched any of them?
Some.
It's a really good show. This year they had Joan is Awful, and without giving any spoilers away, it's kind of about that. It's about how when you sign your waiver for Netflix, like this is at the very beginning. This basically said that, oh, we can use your likeness, even though you're not even an actress or an actor. We can use your likeness and make any movie we want.
Right.
And then they paid Salma Hayek kind of plays herself in this movie, and they basically she signed a thing saying you can use my likeness.
Yeah.
But the AI is creating a movie off of what this lady's doing every day in her real life. So Salma Hayek's like, wait, you're putting this lady, she wanted to test it.
Yeah.
So again, this is at the very beginning. She like does something, I'll just say she does something awful. And then now you've got Salma Hayek doing that awful thing using AI
Right.
in the scene. So yeah, I mean, that's probably something that's around the corner. And not to even go further, but Lexi sends me this pic literally as I'm walking out the door to come here. And she's like, Dad, what do you think? And I know you can't really show it, but I can send it to you.
Right.
And she goes, hey, what do you think of this photo that Mom took? And I was like, wow, Lexi, she might have cleaned up your skin a little bit because it's perfect, but this looks amazing. She goes, Dad, I uploaded a selfie of me, like just not even doing anything. This is AI created this. So, I mean, the technology is almost there.
No,
Oh, yeah.
To
Yeah.
basically
We've-
use, this is AI. This isn't even a real picture.
It
Look
is-
how clean that looks.
It is creepy how good AI has
crazy.
gotten. My girlfriend today sent me a song of Johnny Cash singing the Barbie song.
Yeah.
And it was fucking amazing. And I was like, holy shit.
I'm a Barbie girl.
Yes. But
Yeah.
but singing it in the song of like Ring of Fire or something like
Right.
that. It was just, it's wild how crazy that's starting to become. But you know,
I went down,
I can see
and
how the
Barbie
issues
got
come in.
hotter.
Yeah.
Those have been making the rounds. I think the best one I heard was I think it was Elvis doing "Baby Got Back," like in an Elvis
Baby Got Back.
style.
Yeah.
And then that's funny because that's what the entity basically is in the movie we're about to review.
Pretty
Right.
much.
It's basically
AI, pretty much.
Yeah.
So Disney also had their premiere of Haunted Mansion, and they had a red carpet, but since no actors were available, they had Disney characters walk the red carpet.
What do you mean no actors were available?
They're not allowed to do it.
They're not even allowed to go to a premiere?
No.
No, they're not allowed to do press for the movies.
That's so dumb.
So yeah, they had like Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, like walking the red carpet and stuff.
How stupid.
Disney CEO Bob Iger says writers and actors have unrealistic expectations. Iger also said too many Marvel Disney Plus shows have weakened audience focus and attention. But my question is, who greenlit those shows?
Exactly.
You're in charge, dumbass.
Right.
So what? It's your fault? Like how could you not? How could you say that and then not take responsibility? You're
weird.
in charge.
That's weird.
That's so dumb. What an idiot.
Yeah.
And then also, did you know that Fran Drescher is the president of SAG?
What?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It was Laura Ingalls for a long time.
Okay.
What's her name? Sarah Gilbert or whatever. Yeah.
So yeah, there's that. Also, by now we've all seen the what?
Well, before we move off on the writer's strike, I just did want to share something. One of the She-Hulk writers shared how much they got on their residuals.
Yeah.
Apparently, they got like $300 for their residual check of She-Hulk writing the episode of Daredevil.
Okay.
The Daredevil return. You know, it doesn't seem like a lot. Like the
Well, they deserve nothing for that terrible
Well,
show.
that's true,
They
but like-
shouldn't get. All of them should be in jail for
but
that show.
the showrunner for the
You're lucky to be alive.
The showrunner for Daredevil season 1 on Netflix said he still hasn't even been paid for his residuals.
Yeah.
So I mean, I can see where the people striking are still kind of, you know, like wanting a little piece of their pie, and like with the streaming platforms, like how do people get residuals anymore? Because they don't sell them to networks.
The last big writer strike, which was like 06, like around like 05, like between 05 and 07, they were striking over like, online content. And that was before there were a lot of streaming services. Like
Yeah.
they were kind of just getting started. And South Park made an episode where it's like, you know, there's not even much online content right now. How could, you know, that was the whole Canada on strike episode. Canada on strike, where Canada goes on strike. Like, what do you want? We want more money.
Yeah.
Like what? What about the internet? Can't you give us some of that internet money? It's a great episode.
Yeah.
So this was,
And I guess it has been a while since the last real strike.
Yeah.
That writer's strike was over 10 years ago.
Yeah.
this was
It seems like they're always threatening, though.
this
Right.
was the quote that's
Well,
been
the
making
last one that was like
Josh.
big, where it was a long time, was like in 2006 or something
Seven.
like that.
2007, 2008.
Because I remember Rescue Me like was you
It was
know,
like 4 months,
It
it
took
says.
2 years to get another. But it delayed
Everything.
Even though it was 4 months, it delayed everything by a year.
Yeah. Yeah. Like COVID, right?
Yeah.
Josh, what were you saying?
I did want to share that this was the quote that's been going around about. It's an anonymous executive to Deadline. They said the end game is to allow things to drag out until the union members start losing their apartments and losing their houses. So I mean, that's pretty fucked up. If that's, you know, that's what they're trying to do, is to try to get these people to lose their houses. You know, I still have a
That's
hard
such a
time
weird-
kind of comprehend, you know, what these guys are doing, because they're making a ton of money still.
Right.
But like, you know, it's kind of fucked up that.
Yeah, but what are you
You
gonna
know.
just do? Put reruns on?
Josh, you
come
can't
on.
pull up here's a quote from no one.
People are paying from Disney. People are paying for all these streaming
No.
apps. If nothing new is going to come out on the app soon, then everyone know what the fuck are you going to pay for anymore?
I will say, you say I can't bring up someone that's anonymous executive, but Ron Perlman did a video about this, saying that he was wanting to burn down this executive's house, and he kind of intimated that he knew exactly who the executive was.
Okay.
It was pretty funny. Ron was pretty upset about it.
He's an angry guy on
I wouldn't
Twitter.
mess with that
Seems
guy.
pretty upset.
He seems like
So,
a
yeah.
loose cannon.
Like, you know, I don't know how this the whole thing's gonna end. You know, obviously it delayed Wolverine versus Deadpool.
That's not what the movie is, but go ahead.
Deadpool 3, excuse
Jesus
me,
Christ,
whatever.
Josh.
We don't actually know what the fucking title is.
Okay.
I'm just saying, obviously, it's going to be delaying a lot of things, but, you know, it kind of sucks. It's going to be interesting how the next couple months go.
Well, that was going to be the next thing I mentioned, because we've all seen Hugh Jackman in the Wolverine suit by now. Unfortunately, that dropped Monday, you know, right after we record. but he looks awesome. You know, they covered his arms because he didn't get super buff this time, but who cares? But the point is, we had to wait over 20 years, 23 years, in fact, to get him in a fucking yellow suit. And it looks awesome.
Fucking
It looks
awesome.
way cooler than the first X-Men movie when they even had the line Bryan Singer had, like, oh, what did you expect? The yellow spandex? It's like, yeah.
It's Wolverine.
Like, what if you made a Spider-Man movie and he looked nothing like Spider-Man?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, of course. Of course we want that. Like, the only thing missing in the Hugh Jackman photo is the mask. He doesn't have the Wolverine mask, which he's got to wear for at least one scene in the Deadpool movie.
I'm assuming.
Also, before filming was halted for Deadpool 3, so the rumors were wrong. They said that Deadpool 3 was already done filming. That's not the case. Deadpool 3 is now, halted just like everything else. But new set photos showed a destroyed 20th century Fox logo.
That's cool.
So, fans are thinking that Deadpool and Wolverine are going to kill like the original X-Men. Or, like we talked about, Elektra's going to be in it. Like they kill Elektra, they kill Ben Affleck's Daredevil.
Right.
That would be hilarious. You know what they should just go all the way. Kill Venom. Kill Kraven before the movie comes. Like, just fuck that. Kill Morbius. They all deserve to die too.
Yeah.
Those are all fucking terrible movies.
You can fix all of your mistakes in Deadpool 3.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is sad because they already fixed all their mistakes with Days of Future Past, and they've got to do it again.
Right. Also, James Gunn recently said, because fans were asking about The Flash and like, oh, that reset the DCU. He officially came out and said that Superman Legacy will be the reboot of the DCU. So nothing before counts anymore. Nothing before Superman Legacy counts.
Oh, good. We don't have to
We're
see
starting,
Aquaman.
so it doesn't even matter what Flash did at the end of.
Yeah, aren't there more movies in this universe?
Well, yeah, because they made them
Wait a
before he
minute.
jumped
Are you
on.
telling me that the Gal Gadot is gone?
No,
She'll still be in it.
like they're keeping some of the people.
But like the slate is wiped clean.
Exactly,
Nothing's canon.
as it should.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess.
Did you get the new characters for the Superman movie?
Well, tell us. Yeah.
Okay. Well, two of the people we don't really know, but there's going to be a Mr. Terrific and a Hawk Girl.
That's the kind of cool thing is there's going to be a lot of superheroes in it.
Nathan Fillion?
Nope.
Fillion?
Nope.
Whatever
Nope.
his name is.
Nope.
Fuck his name.
That's not it.
In F, he's going to be...
Nathan. Fuck his name.
Nathan, fuck his name. He's going to be Guy Gardner, the original Green Lantern, so that's kind of cool.
Okay.
These are all in the Superman movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you've also got Hank.
Yes.
Hank is going to be in the movie. He's going to be Metamorpho.
What's his name?
I can't remember what his name is. His name's Hank forever and for always.
It's not Metamorpho.
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 Hold on, I have it here.
Metamorpho.
Mixoplick.
No, that's a totally
No,
different
it's
character.
Yeah. Hold on, I have it here somewhere. Where the fuck is it?
Go ahead. Look.
What? This
Look,
is
look,
your
look.
job. You can't just say things and not have anything ready, Josh.
Josh, you have a computer in front of you.
I told you exactly what his name was.
computer is
If you
in
don't believe
front of
me,
you.
that's your fault. I believe myself.
No, I know. I saw this as well. Anthony Kerrigan. That's
Oh,
his name.
right.
Oh, I thought you meant
That's
who was
Hank's
his
name.
character in the film.
Hank.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, his real name. All right. Anything else there?
I actually had something.
Okay. Well, I mean about that. I mean the Superman.
He's
shit.
playing Rex Mason? Whoever that is.
Yeah. What was the supervillain name?
Yeah, no, he's a superhero.
Oh, is this
Metamorpho.
Metamorpho. Okay, thank you. Also, in a recent interview with the New York Times, Robert Downey Jr. said Oppenheimer is the best movie he's ever been in. He said, "I can't wait for you all to experience it." So that's high praise.
Neither can
You know,
I.
he's been in Infinity War, Endgame.
But how good
This
can a
guy
movie
was
be
in
where we know
Tropic
the ending?
Thunder.
Well, I mean, what? We know the ending.
To Oppenheimer? It's a true life story.
So you know his whole story, his whole
Well, I
life.
mean, obviously I don't, right? But
Right.
I'm just saying that I don't know how. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. Goodfellas,
That's high praise.
Moneyball. Those are like some of my favorite movies. So it's Christopher Nolan. My
Yeah.
God.
True.
Also, AMC Theaters is reporting that more than 20,000 people have bought tickets to see Oppenheimer and Barbie on the same day.
That's funny.
Yeah.
This is really a thing.
So should we just do a double feature next week, or
No.
Yeah. No. Well, I'm assuming Oppenheimer's 3.5 hours.
I think it's 3.
And Barbie's probably 82
Barbie's
minutes.
4 hours.
I still think Barbie's worth doing. I think we do Barbie the
have to
next
see it.
week. I mean, I'm gonna see it.
I mean, I'm probably seeing it. We could like do a 5-minute recap of it next week or something like that.
Sure.
Barbie is 2 hours, just under 2 hours. Oppenheimer is 3 hours.
Yes.
Yeah. As well it should be, because Christopher Nolan's amazing. Also, Haley Atwell, who plays Peggy Carter in the MCU, recently told the Happy, Sad, Confused podcast that she was frustrated with her cameo in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Haley said when Peggy was like, I could do this all day, and then she's cut in half by a Frisbee, and the audience was like, she can't
do this.
do it all day.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
It's the reverse of girl power.
right. So I guess I understand that. Also, a Fast and Furious roller coaster is coming to Universal Studios Hollywood. They said the ride will be equipped with innovative and technological achievements never previously employed by any other amusement park ride.
So they're just going to rebrand Rock and Roller Coaster.
Maybe. Well, that's not. Yeah, that's different. That's a different.
Maybe
park, but
as you get onto the roller coaster, you hear Vin Diesel go, "You're part of the family."
Oh, well, if it doesn't happen, then what the fuck are they building this ride for?
Yeah.
You're all part of the.
Welcome to the family.
Yeah, of course he has to. What?
You have news on Sound of Freedom and what the hell's going on with this movie?
No.
Like all over the internet, it's like people are trying to watch it and like someone's stopping them. There's hundreds and hundreds. Have you guys seen this at all?
No.
It's about like it's like a true story about some former government guy.
Child trafficking. Right?
Yeah, he like defeats child sex trafficking, and it's like everywhere, like all over the internet. It's like people are trying to prevent people from seeing this. Did they touch on like politicians that are a part of it or something? Maybe
I feel like we'd already know, right?
it's weird. Yeah, I don't know.
This is the one with Jim Caviezel or Caviezel.
Yeah,
Caviezel?
Jim Caviezel.
Right. Jesus.
Jesus,
Just say
indeed,
Jesus.
Josh.
Jesus. Yeah, Jesus.
JC.
Yeah, it's like all these people and like they're holding
Well, wait,
videos. of
did Mel Gibson have something to do with it?
maybe
No, I'm serious.
did he?
Yeah.
So that's why they're trying to
Did he produce it or something?
screw him out of stuff. I don't know.
I heard that maybe that was the case, but I'm not sure.
Producer, I don't see him.
No? Oh, I don't know. I have no
Yeah,
idea.
it says where to watch Mel Gibson's controversial movie Sound of Freedom. So he
Does say that?
must have been,
So he produced it, I'm sure.
yeah,
just looked at the
some
list.
part of it.
He didn't write it. He didn't direct it. Not a producer, according to this.
Okay, well,
I just was curious if you guys heard because it's like all over the place on social media.
I've heard a lot of stuff about this. People are talking about it, but I don't think I had heard that.
all right, well, let's move on. The Emmy nominations come out. You might be a little confused because Josh released the Emmy nominations 3 months ago.
Sources.
But they were inaccurate. They
I had
weren't. Josh
sources.
got trolled.
I did
he
not.
kind of trolled
That
himself.
was fucking from Variety.
No, you said these are the official Emmy nominations.
I was
and
reading
they were
it
not.
word for word.
No,
word
you
for
add
word.
words. That's the problem.
Word for word.
So now it's official. These are the actual Emmy nominations, unless I got trolled by Josh again. No, so Barry and Ted Lasso were nominated for Outstanding Comedy Series. Bill Hader and Jason Sudeikis were nominated for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Comedy. And then Anthony Carrigan, who plays Hank, and Henry Winkler were nominated for Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series. Bill Hader was also nominated for Outstanding Director in a Comedy.
Nice.
Barry and Ted Lasso were nominated for Writing. And then Andor, Better Call Saul, House of the Dragon, Succession, Crown, The Last of Us, The White Lotus, and Yellow Jackets are the nominees for Outstanding Drama. I wanted to mention all of them because, I mean, I've watched most of these shows. Andor, Saul, Dragon, Last of Us. So, yeah. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what wins that.
Right. Andor was so good, but like, how do you vote against Saul?
It's
Better
kind
Call
of.
Saul was amazing.
I would guess Succession wins. Succession has the most nominees. I think I've read like 27 nominees in the Emmys. And then Brian Cox, Kieran Culkin, Bob Odenkirk, Pedro Pascal, Jeremy Strong, and Jeff Bridges were nominated for Outstanding Actor in a Drama.
3 from
Succession.
Section, yeah.
And then Bella Ramsey and Sarah Snook were nominated for Outstanding Actress in a Drama. And then 4 more Succession actors were nominated for Supporting Actor in a Drama.
Crazy.
Michael Imperioli, a.k.a. Christopher, was nominated for White Lotus, so he's back in there.
Yep.
He's one supporting actor before.
I was kind of surprised that Diego Luna didn't get any love for Andor, but I guess just Andor the show was.
Well,
was
just the
enough.
fact that a Star Wars show is on this list somewhere, I think, is a big move.
Yeah. And then Rhea Seehorn, or maybe I think she pronounces it differently. Ray Seehorn was nominated for Outstanding Supporting Actress for her role in Better Call Saul.
Good.
She probably won't win, but it's just, nice to be nominated. Then Nick Offerman was nominated for Outstanding Guest Actor in a drama for his role in The Last of Us.
Sure.
He was just in one episode, but that was a great episode. And then 3 actresses from The Last of Us were nominated for Outstanding Guests. Melanie Linsky, Storm Reed, and Anna Trove. So that's cool. And then 3 other actresses from Succession were nominated there. That one is only Succession and Last of Us. There's 6 nominees, and it's all women from that show, from those 2 shows. And then Obi-Wan Kenobi was nominated for limited series. Yeah, I agree. And then Prey was nominated for Outstanding Television Movie.
Yes, please.
And I really
that was
like
a good
that.
one.
Because it was never in the theaters, I guess.
No, it was just on Hulu.
Right.
And then Steve Harvey was nominated for Outstanding Game Show Host. He should win that till the end of time.
Well, did you see who he's up against?
yeah.
Himself.
Oh, no, he's not.
Steve Harvey,
right?
Family Feud,
Yeah.
Steve Harvey. No, it's just all Steve
He's
Harvey.
up against Pat Sajak, which I feel they might give it to him since he's retiring. But I don't think.
But that hasn't been a thing before. I think that's a fairly
No,
new.
I think it's just the ones where they don't do on TV. They do a bunch of awards that don't make TV.
Well, there's daytime members and nighttime
Yeah.
Emmys as well.
But the Emmys are in September, and if the strike's still ongoing, they probably delay it because they're also not allowed to attend award shows.
They're gonna have a bunch of seat fill. We might be able to be seat fillers.
Or we
Wow.
accept awards on behalf of the
Just random people, whoever gets on stage first.
Yeah, and then they're like, "Give us that back now." Give what back? Oh,
I'd like to accept the award for Bob Odenkirk. What's up, bro? You did awesome.
I'll mail this to you. Just kidding. I'm keeping it. Oh, it's not worth anything. Oh, yeah. All right, that's all I got though. So anything else?
I just had one thing. This is not breaking news, but you guys, I don't think you guys mentioned it last week.
Okay.
So somebody was spotted on the set of the new Captain America Brave New World set.
Do I want to know? Is this a spoiler? Can I
Oh, I
close
think
my
I heard
ears?
about this.
You did?
Yeah.
Hold on. I mean, is this a spoiler?
I don't
I don't
know.
think it's anything.
It's probably nothing.
It's nothing.
You think he
No.
was just
But-
there that day?
Yes.
He was probably just there that day. But
Yeah.
I'm going to let myself get all whipped up into a frenzy because Robert Downey Jr. was on the
it's not.
set of that.
First
movie.
of all, if the fact that people saw him confirms that he's not going to be in the movie. They would have kept that a secret. You think he's going to be in a scene where there's like 200 crew guys so they could all spoil that shit? No fucking way. There's no fucking way.
Right, they would keep that shit locked down.
Yes, of
He'd
course.
film his scene after the movie wrapped.
Yeah.
They're probably like, "Hey, Robert, will you come down here to the set and make it really visible?"
Yeah, just make it interesting because people aren't interested in this movie. Maybe they'll go see if they think you're in it. I don't think we'll ever see him back.
No.
I mean, I've said that before. I think he takes the death seriously, where he's like, I wouldn't want to cheapen it by returning, even if it's just for a cameo.
Okay, all right.
He's got plenty of it. He has all that Avengers money.
Okay.
He got all of it. He got it all. All right, we can move on to Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1.
Part
Fuck
1.
Yes.
Again, this movie is very complicated, so please help me.
Yes.
This is not an easy movie to recap. There's so much exposition. It's just hard to explain everything. Like,
For sure.
I'm in the theater, just typing on my phone, taking notes. You can't type that much. But yeah, this movie, the action was incredible.
I
It
just
really
want to
was.
say, just right out of the gate, this is the kind of movie that made us all fall in love with movies.
Yeah, I mean, this
Like,
is what.
it was just so fun and good.
Even if you don't like going to the movies anymore, you can't. I mean, yeah, you could see it at home, but it's nothing compared to seeing a movie like this in theaters.
Joe, did you see it on IMAX or just a regular?
Yeah,
standard
I saw it on
screen?
the giant screen. Yeah.
Yeah, we all saw it on IMAX. It was amazing.
Yes, it's great.
And even like a lot of surprises for actresses, like
Yeah. Some
Palm.
shocks.
What is it? Clemente.
Mantis.
Mantis.
Just say Mantis.
Mantis. Yeah. And she was amazing in it.
She was great. I liked
Yeah.
her a lot. Yeah. So we start off with a submarine. Ooh, poorly timed, guys. Really.
Yeah.
Poorly timed submarine.
What are they gonna do?
Right.
What are you gonna
Oh, and then it ended up imploding. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Okay, it's too soon.
yeah.
I guess that was a Russian submarine that was firing the torpedoes. What they thought was an enemy sub.
Yeah.
Well, right. I mean,
Yeah. Since they didn't give us a ton
No,
about...
they were in a Russian sub, right?
Yes.
yeah.
So then the sub that they thought they found wasn't Russian.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
I guess
saying they're
it
the
was,
ones that were firing the torpedoes at what
Oh,
they
yeah,
thought,
yeah.
and they were like, "Oh nope, it disappeared."
Yeah,
Right.
so since they didn't give us a ton about the plot in the trailer, I was thinking, oh shit, are we going to have like a Red October situation here?
Well, yeah. If you a sub that's undetectable is the hunt
Yes.
for October.
Yes.
That's why I was kind of nervous. I was like, ugh,
And
this has been done already.
I just want to give props to that whole opening scene. I mean, like there was so much tension, and then when that missile missed, you're like, oh, okay, weird. And then you started seeing it come around, like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
that was great.
That
I
was-
really loved it.
It was a really good scene. The Russian sub gets taken down. Then Ethan Hunt gets his mission from a Uber Eats guy. Like that's how it at least started out. You
That
know?
was so
That was
ran-
his cover.
That was
Food
so
delivery.
random. Because he's like, welcome to the IMF. Never see him again.
well, you gotta. There's more than 3 people in the IMS.
Well, you
right?
can tell he just started. You
Yeah.
know, he just started.
You
'Cause
do
even,
you do Uber Eats when you start?
yeah, because even Ethan Hunt was like, "You forgot to ask me the code word or whatever," you know. So yeah. So he gets his mission: find 2 parts of a key. Oh, it's Transformers. This is
Right. They did the 2
We
parts
just saw this in Rise of
of
the
a
Beast.
key.
Transformers. And then we get a pretty sweet shootout in the windy desert.
I know.
We see that Isla Faust is there. She's got one half of the key. She's supposedly killed. Then hey, look, it's Carrie. What's his name? How do you say his last
Elwes.
name?
Elwes.
Elwes. Carrie Elwes.
Yeah, who I love.
From Saw, from Princess Bride,
He's one of my favorites. He's
from Liar Liar. Ooh, it's the Claw.
great. yeah.
Ooh, you're scared of the Claw.
You're scared of the claw. It's yeah. I was upset when Rebecca Ferguson had died for a second, and
Yeah.
you
And then
know,
again
I had to
later.
mourn it again. I'm really hoping it's still a fake out.
I don't know.
Didn't look like it.
No.
So they say like, you know, the key can maybe stop the AI entity. The main question I have about this movie is throughout the whole movie, like you're just like, okay, so the key can stop the thing.
Yes.
But they're also like, you don't know what it does. You don't know what it unlocks. And we never really, I mean, we get somewhat of an answer, but it's like, okay, just because it unlocks this thing, what does that mean? Like, is there something else?
No, I get it. I get that part. I'm confused about something else. I think the
Yeah, but
key gives
the
you
key-
control of the AI. So now everything that the AI controls, you get
Yes.
to control.
Right.
But
I
they do-
understand that. But they did add, like, they did say, like, oh, no, but you don't know what it really does.
They
Like,
do-
they said that so many times.
They do go back and forth on this key can either control it or shut it down, and
Yeah.
then back to, well, you don't know what it does.
Yeah, that's
so
what
it's
they
like,
keep
well,
saying.
no, we do know
Does
what
it
it
live
does.
in
Right.
that submarine?
I guess.
Right?
I thought
that's why they blew it up and it's protected. And
No, because Carrie Elwes.
Yeah.
I used to think it was Yules. It was Elwes. You were
Yeah.
right.
Thank you.
So he said they sent it to the sub, and then that's where it became self-aware.
Yeah, it went rogue.
It went rogue. So if they're going to shut it down, they have to go to the original source code on the sub to shut it down.
So it's on the sub.
It's on the sub.
And only
The
Carrie
original-
Elwes knows this?
The original source code is on the sub.
Where the key fits into.
Yes.
But but
That's
it's
what-
AI, so it could travel anywhere. Yeah, you know.
It's a little
It's like
complicated.
Ultron.
It's like Ultron.
I'm everywhere.
Exactly.
You'll
Right.
figure it
It,
out.
it just lives on the internet now, but that's like where its home is, I guess.
That's where the
You
key's
gotta
got
shut
to
down the internet.
the
Right.
key's got to fit into something.
No more internet.
No,
Sorry. So yeah, they're having this meeting. No one's nervous about the bug-eyed man who walked in the room mid-meeting.
They made it too obvious for
Yeah,
me.
of course.
You know what I mean? Because like he's so weird, and they keep going back to him. Like,
There was,
who
like-
else could this be?
There was
Right.
like 17 shots
Yeah.
cutting to his face.
Right.
He was like bug-eyed.
But I
It
love
was
how
just
they
like-
were looking out on what seemed like 1,000 people on typewriters because they're like, oh, it controls the internet.
Right.
So we got to take all of our info that we have
Yeah.
that we took from paper to the internet and put it back to paper, which I've heard rumors of that being considered because of the threat of AI in real life.
Sure.
of like getting everything on paper so that we don't lose it all.
Fuck
Well,
that.
I mean, that's the whole Donald Trump thing,
like,
right? With all the files. He has physical files,
Right.
You know? So it makes sense. But yeah, creepy guy gives CIA guy a mask and puts everyone else to sleep with knockout gas. And, you know, we find out that it's Ethan Hunt, of course. Who else would it be?
Only issue with this scene was that this was like a glass room, right? And you had all those workers down there.
Yeah.
And it was like green gas. None of the workers.
They can't see inside that room. No.
Hell no. That's
Why
like a
would they
top-
be able to see inside this super secret, fucking meeting room?
I don't know. I just thought it was kind of weird because you could see in it when he was walking to the room. I don't know.
true.
It's just a small little
Those
nitpick.
people aren't allowed to turn their heads, Josh.
Yeah, they're all facing the other way. That's true.
That's for sure one-way glass.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Just because we could see it doesn't mean those idiot typewriters can. Come on.
yeah.
So the CIA boss admits that he put the bounty on Isla. But then
Well,
we
he's
see,
the second in command, right? Isn't Kelly Elwes the new?
I guess, yeah. Well, no,
director?
but he's the CIA boss. Carrie Elwes is something else.
Head of national
Head of
security.
something else. Yeah, it's
Okay.
not. He's not CIA.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just go with that. Also, what was Alec Baldwin's character? He was in charge of IMF?
Yeah.
I kind of
was
feel like
too many
if
Mission
Alec
Impossibles
Baldwin,
before.
if Alec Baldwin, well, no, it was one ago. If Alec Baldwin didn't shoot that woman, I think he would be playing this. I think it would be him in this role.
Interesting.
You know, that the CIA guy takes his place in this one.
Well,
I
the
think it would
CIA guy,
definitely-
Kittredge, he was in the first one. He played this role in the first one.
Oh, really?
So now I'm kind of like confused. I'm like, well, if he went away, and I thought he was in other ones, but I
mean,
guess
it's
he
so
wasn't.
long ago. I don't remember all that shit.
You were barely alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he kind of came back for this movie, which I thought
But
was
again, he's not a big actor, and Alec Baldwin's been in the last bunch of them. I feel
Yeah.
like it would have been him in this role if he didn't shoot that woman.
yeah. Oh,
You know?
oh yeah. But didn't the
It would have
last
been
movie?
his character.
Didn't something happen to him in the last movie? It's hard to remember.
No, we were watching it. We watched it together, and we were like, "It's so obvious that Alec Baldwin's the turncoat in this movie," and then he
then it
wasn't.
wasn't, yeah.
It was just like, "Oh, that was weird." I was fully expecting him to turn heel,
Right.
And he never did.
Well, again, when you have a big name,
yeah,
you're expecting them to be
right. So Ethan has the first key. He says he'll find the second key, and like I think he said he'll destroy it or whatever. You know, no one should have this.
That's what floors me about this in a way. It's like he's that good of a person where like his government's like, just get it so we can control it.
Yeah.
He's like, no one should have this power, so now I'm gonna go rogue. By the way, isn't every movie chasing Ethan Hunt because he went rogue?
Well, yeah. Wasn't
Kinda
the last
every-
one called Rogue Nation?
It should have been called Mission Impossible. Ethan Hunt is rogue.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Joe. Like, why use him if he always turns on the government?
Yeah, right.
You think you would learn?
Well, you know why? Because he's the only one that could get the job done.
Exactly.
They even mentioned that multiple times in the movie. It's like this fucker always goes rogue every time.
And I don't understand how no one knows who he is. Like, shouldn't he be world famous by now? Someone who's always saving the world
Secret
and like,
agent. Yeah. No one know. Why would the public know who he
no,
is?
the government. I mean, in that little room, no one. They're like, so your guy in the field. How do they not know who Ethan Hunt is?
Right.
Right. No one even knew what IMF was.
Yeah, it was.
And they
kind
of
of
made fun of him, like Impossible Mission.
It's been 30 years.
That's so weird.
7-8 movies. Like,
It's not Mission Impossible. It's Impossible Mission.
yeah.
Yeah, you get it. Yeah, no, like, oh, fuck. I forgot what I was going to say about that. But all right. So Hunt disguises himself with the CIA guy to escape, and
That was cool.
he knocks
Yeah.
him out with a sleeping dart. And then we have the credits, like 20, 25 minutes in,
Yes.
maybe longer. Like, it was a long time before we
so
saw the
good.
credit.
So good.
And the credits like spoil later parts of the movie, like with like little flashes. It shows you what's coming later, you know?
Yeah. I guess.
Which I think they've done that for all of them, or at
but
least some of
a
them.
lot of it was the past too. They were kind of showing scenes from all the different.
Yeah, but
movies.
some of them
Yeah.
were future scenes that we later saw in the movie.
It kind of.
What did it spoil? Did it spoil something for you or?
no, I didn't mean like
Oh,
direct,
like snippets. Just-
yeah,
oh,
snippets.
gotcha.
Like, hey, this is coming later.
It kind of reminded me how like Marvel does their like whenever the Marvel thing comes and you see the little scenes and screens.
Yeah, but
they
I
don't
don't think we
show
ever-
you.
things.
They don't show you
Not
future
of
stuff.
upcoming, but they all show you of things of past.
Yes.
But yeah, and this one showed you some things of past, but it did show you some stuff in the future too. Yeah.
Yeah, it did. And then Hunt tells Simon Pegg and Ving Rhames the plan. So, you know, that's where we first see them. They're returning. That's great. Also, the main guy that's chasing Ethan Hunt that, you know, is the CIA guy has him chase, real name Shea.
Oh, Shea Wingham. He's
Shea
awesome.
Wingham.
Like,
I've
he's in
always
everything.
loved him.
He's in
Yeah.
everything now.
Yes.
He's like the
great.
side character
Right.
of Hollywood.
He's like henchman number one.
Yeah.
In all of
Well, he was great in King Kong, Skull Island.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
He had one hell of a death in that movie.
Oh, my God.
He's going to sacrifice himself.
And then it just...
And then Kong just knocks him like 1,000 feet.
Not
into
Kong, the Death Crawler did that.
Oh, that's right.
He was trying to kill the Death Crawler.
Right.
Because he was one of the good guys.
Yeah.
Thinking about saving
So
him.
he was the one that had that grenade scene where
Yes.
he just that
Yeah.
And you
was
think he's
great.
going to help everybody.
Right.
He just
It's like,
explodes.
oh, poor guy.
Yeah.
He's in a lot of shit. He's great. So Shea thinks he found Hunt, but it's just like they're in the airport. It's just a civilian, and this is Ving Rhames technology. And he even tries to pull the guy's face off.
Yeah.
That was a
That
funny
was
scene.
really good. Yeah, that was fun.
So then a woman thief steals the other key from the person that Ethan Hunt was following, and Hunt grabs her. He does a little magic trick to show her that he pickpocketed her.
yeah.
So, you know, Ethan Hunt practices magic.
And apparently that took like a long time because he really wanted to do the real magic and he wasn't getting it. I read that somewhere.
That's funny.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
So he can't do everything, or he can, it just takes a while.
Takes a minute.
Hunt tells her that, you know, he'll pay her if she puts the key back where she found it. Ving Rhames tells Hunt that the key that she grabbed was counterfeit. Meanwhile, Simon Pegg is going after a suspicious bag, and it's he activates the nuclear bomb that's inside. And the machine also tells Simon Pegg his last name. It asks him riddles and questions. Meanwhile, Grace is about to give the key back, but the guy is dead. And then Simon deactivates the bomb in time with like just a couple seconds left. But then,
0.02.
yeah,
Not
but
even a
then
couple.
but then he realizes that it wasn't a bomb; it was just a distraction.
It was really great how when it first opened it up, he was like, "Holy shit, that's my name!"
Yeah,
like on the inside of this thing.
right.
That
You
was
are
good.
done. DUNN.
Yeah.
Grace takes Ethan's key while he was distracted, and then Ethan sees the guy from the flashbacks that we saw earlier, where he killed someone that Ethan loved.
But we never saw this
Now
in
that's
the movies.
that's what I was gonna ask. I was pretty sure we never saw this because he even said this was before I
Yeah.
was an agent.
Right.
I was just looking up his Wikipedia, and I didn't see that he's been in another Mission Impossible. So
And the way that they kind of set it up is that this Gabriel guy kills the girl, but Ethan took the rap for it.
I guess
That's kind of how I read
Right.
what they were trying to say.
because this is what got him in trouble in the first place.
Yeah, because every one of them were criminals that were turned into agents.
Yes.
But it's, I guess they wanted to show like, well, Ethan never really was. a
Kind of
criminal.
like their Suicide Squad,
Okay.
if you will.
Nice.
But yeah, I guess that was before my wife.
Yeah.
You know, he loved this girl or something. Then we have a great shot of Ethan running on the roof of the airport while the main, Shea is like, oh, he's got to be here somewhere, and he's running behind
He runs
him.
behind them. That's so great.
That was
great
a cool
scene.
shot.
he did like 3 or 4 separate just running scenes for like 15 seconds in
Oh
this
yeah,
movie.
because Tom Cruise
He's-
running is the best.
He's in great cardio. Great cardio.
Well, I mean,
He's 60.
he has such a unique way of running. I don't want to say it's good or bad. It's just a unique
I think
kind
it's
of
good.
run.
It's very intense.
It's very intense.
It always looks like, he's desperate. He's got to get. I think it's good.
Yeah.
I think it's the best running any actor does.
Such a great actor. He runs so well.
He does
his
run
character
well.
would run.
It always looks very real and intense. So Grace gets on her plane. She's arrested immediately as soon as she gets to Italy. We got Mantis from Guardians of the Galaxy tracking her. Her name's Paris in this movie. The bad guys go
She's
after her.
great.
I loved her. Yeah, she was
Yeah.
my second favorite character in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was a lot of fun. The mystery man, who we find out later is Gabriel, he tells the Italian guy, personal things about his life.
Yeah.
And then he stabs his hand. And then Hunt shows up posing as Grace's lawyer. And I guess he just knew that. He was like, yeah, I know you gave it to some guy in the plane. But
Yeah.
she didn't.
She did?
She didn't. Because later she has it, unless we saw that she retrieved it without us seeing that she retrieved
They
it.
showed that she did, but yeah, then they never showed that she got it.
Yeah, but that
back.
was just Ethan's thing. Like there was a couple times in the movie where we saw things that didn't happen, but they were saying that it was gonna.
Right, but she slipped away from him after that happened. So she must have slipped away and met
I
up
think
with
she
that
went
guy.
and got it back.
And gotten
Maybe.
it back from that guy, I think.
Who can never be
She
sure?
went to go fuck that
sneezed
guy. That's
during
what it
that
was.
part, so I didn't
Right,
see it.
exactly.
Right, because Hunt was like, you found a guy
'Cause
that
how
was
would
so
he-
lucky to ever meet a girl
Because
like
how
you.
would he know? He just assumed that's what she did.
He's the world's greatest.
He's like,
detective.
if I was a woman, this is what I would do.
Okay. He's his lawyer, whatever. Grace tells Hunt that she was hired, and then she runs from him. She steals a cop car. He steals a motorcycle. So we have a little chase. Then Paris crashes into Grace. Hunt takes her men out with his motorcycle. I like that shot because we see Grace up close, and then in the background we just see this motorcycle go flying into two guys.
Very, very cool. But I will say that this whole car chase scene, a little Fast and Furious-y. Just a little Fast and Furious.
well, then every car chase scene is going to be Fast
hold
and
on.
Furious. I don't think
Hold
this
on.
was as outrageous as the Fast and Furious.
Give me a minute because it gets very Fast and Furious in a second here. Shea and his men hold them at gunpoint, as well as the Italian SWAT team. But Paris takes out the SWAT team. She fires at everyone else. And even Shea at one point could shoot Ethan Hunt, but he's like, well, no, these guys are worse than him. So he shoots at them.
Yeah.
And then Grace tries to run from Hunt, but he handcuffs himself to her. And then Paris, Shea, and the police chase after them by car while they're awkwardly handcuffed. This was a lot of fun because they kept having to switch their hands around and everything.
way
I
they were
really did
driving.
appreciate that part.
Yeah.
And then Ethan's phone finds him a safe car. And we see some really cool sports cars. And like, I even said out loud, I was like, oh yeah, here we go. And then out comes a small yellow Fiat.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
That was great.
That was really funny. And then Mantis hits them.
So are just safe cars all over the world?
Yes.
He's got the Safe Car app,
Yeah.
and it has stuff in it.
I mean,
That's
there's
it.
safe houses all over the
yeah,
world.
but this was like it was like a James Bond car.
Sure. Well, it's basically a James Bond movie, right?
Unless they
I
set
think
it
that's
up.
plausible. I think it's
No,
plausible.
yeah, they set him up. Yeah, for
IMF
sure.
has
they
all
put
these
him
cars.
everywhere.
All right.
Yeah. And then Mantis hits them, and their car rolls down some stairs.
Yes.
And immediately, I said to Aaron, I was like, "Those are the same stairs from Fast 10."
Well, it was in the
Fast
same
X.
city, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I looked it up. It's the same exact
stairs.
spot.
I didn't even realize until he said it, and I was like, "Holy shit, that
It's
is
the same spot where
the
that bomb,
Yes.
the soccer ball bomb,
The
was
big-
rolling down
yes,
those steps.
yes.
Yeah.
The same scene.
Hold on.
Same location. They're Italy's Spanish steps.
So Italy just survived Vin Diesel, and
now they
now
gotta
they're
deal with
having to
this.
survive.
No, not again.
They must be terrified seeing cars.
Yeah.
And I love the Paris.
That's it. No more cars.
Yeah.
Everyone's riding bikes.
The Paris character was so great because she wore her emotions on her face like the entire time.
Right.
And there are times where like she was loving
Oh,
driving
yeah, that
over
was-
stuff.
Oh, yes.
yeah.
And you love when like evil characters are laughing and having a good time because
Yes.
you're like, yeah, they're loving this. This is like their life. This is their job.
Yeah, she made it a lot of fun. Then they seem trapped, but Hunt reverses into a tunnel that leads to train tracks.
Tiny tunnel.
And then Grace picks her handcuffs and traps Hunt to the steering wheel. And Hunt's trying to pick the handcuffs. To die.
Yeah.
Yeah. She tries to kill him. And we see Hunt dive out of the car right as the train hit. But he didn't pick the cuffs. He pulled the steering wheel off.
Sure.
So that was pretty
He
cool.
wasn't as good as her with the
No.
little, what is it, a paperclip or something?
Yes, but he was strong.
Yeah.
So then Simon and Rames pick him up, and Isla's with them.
There was a great scene like right before he gets picked up where he's still got the steering wheel on him.
Yeah,
And he's
yeah.
like walking out to the street, and then all the cop cars go by, and he kind of like turns his back to hide.
To hide
like-
the steering wheel,
And
yeah.
like he realizes the steering, and he just makes this face like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah.
He's still got it.
Got to
on his
get this
hands.
off of me.
Right. Isla says this guy Gabriel was chosen by the entity, and she says the key unlocks the source code to the entity. So they're like, all right, that's great. And then Hunt and and Isla go on a date in Venice for a little bit.
Yeah, before that,
Yeah.
that you ran over that. That's the part that I don't understand.
Okay.
Gabriel's some assassin from Hunt's past,
Yes.
and the entity chose him.
Yes.
Okay,
Because Hunt hates him.
Because Hunt wants to kill him.
Yeah.
but how does the entity know what's in Hunt's brain? Like they can even read
Well,
your
that's
mind.
what
it's
they
the
said earlier,
algorithm.
yeah, the
algorithm.
algorithm,
Yeah.
That's
algorithm.
what they said earlier.
Or
Like,
we
So
ran
what is-
10 billion scenarios.
Right. So what is Gabriel's motivation?
I don't know that
To
we
be
fully
the
know.
only
Yeah, I don't
person that has the control
To
over,
control
He
it.
doesn't. It's controlling him.
or to be used by it.
It's literally
Yeah,
telling
but-
him what to do when he's doing it, and they don't even explain. Oh, it's paying me.
Yeah, but if he has the key, then
This
he
is a
should-
little
he
bit
can
like that
supposedly
one
control
Shia
it.
LaBeouf movie. What was it? The Eagle Eye or something like that.
Yeah. I know
Yeah,
what you're
because it's
talking
kind of like they're telling you everything that's happening. It's kind of weird.
about. Right.
But yeah.
Well, don't they have the scene later when they, not to spoil anything, but they have a scene later where he's talking to Gabriel and Ethan's like, wait a minute, you're scared of this thing.
Yeah.
Like you're terrified.
Yeah.
So maybe that's it. He's got no choice, maybe.
That's true too. I mean, we mentioned Fast Furious. This is Furious 7 was the God's Eye thing.
Yeah,
It
right.
can't do exact as much as this thing can do, but
Yeah.
it is similar in that way. So Gabriel, they all meet at some club. Gabriel tells Grace that Hunt's using her. Then Hunt shows up with Isla and then Paris, and then we meet the White Widow, and she reveals that she hired Grace. They check Grace for the key, and they pat her down. They check everywhere except for her butt. They don't check her butt. And I think that's where she was hiding the key the whole time.
Why wouldn't it?
No, she put it in a dude's coat.
Yeah, that's what Ethan Hunt said. That doesn't mean it happened. Remember later when they're talking about the train mission and we see it, but then we're like, oh no, that didn't actually happen.
Interesting.
Yeah.
She does pass the key off a lot. I will say that.
She sure does.
No, but she,
No, we saw
she
her
put
put
it
it in
in
that
the
guy's
guy's jacket.
We
We
saw her
also saw Ethan Hunt and her go in the train, and Ethan Hunt was that other guy, and then we were like, oh no, that actually didn't happen because they couldn't make the mask for him. So I'm just saying, there were other parts of the movie where
but
we
that
didn't see
was-
things.
But that was them.
That was a
telling us
flash
what's going to
ahead,
happen.
though.
A flash ahead.
That
That,
was
didn't
a
happen.
flash ahead.
That was him describing this.
it
We
was
actually
a flash forward that didn't happen.
right. It was a flash
Yeah.
forward
Yeah.
that didn't
That was
happen.
clearly a we saw her put
But-
it in the
But this scene, we saw her.
the White Widow's
I
second
know,
in command.
But it was Ethan Hunt's story
It
explaining
wasn't
what she did.
No,
Yes.
it was not.
It 100% was. He said it.
No,
he
it
said
wasn't.
everything.
What you're talking about
Yeah.
is the flash ahead that didn't happen.
Yeah.
This
When they
scene
go in
was,
the club,
was
it's
when they were
different.
in the club and she slipped the key into that henchman's pocket.
Into the henchman's pocket in this club.
Oh,
to get
okay,
around.
Okay.
Yes.
I was talking about the airplane scene where she put it in the passenger's pocket.
well,
I
that's,
know.
that's a separate thing.
But that was earlier.
Yeah.
Okay.
When they walk in the club and they pat her down, she had just slipped it in the henchman's little coat pocket.
Good spy movie.
Gotcha.
We're all fucking confused.
No, no one knows what's happening.
So yeah, the White Widow has one half of the key, and she wants Grace's other half. Gabriel claims to know what it unlocks. He tells the White Widow that the entity already knows who she will choose, and he says the entity knows that either Isla or Grace dies, and then he'll get the key. The White Widow chose Gabriel because he says if she doesn't, then she'll die too. So she does it out of fear. And then Hunt threatens Gabriel while he's held back by White Widow's men. And then Hunt, Isla, and Grace fight off Widow's men and run. And we have lots of great Tom Cruise running in this scene.
Just about the scene before, I was a little bit confused because I guess they were partying inside of the entity or something like that.
The entity threw a big party.
It was kind of strange.
Yeah.
But then also, Gabriel was like, you're going to have to choose between the woman you love or this rando who you, I guess, want to fuck or something like that. But I would imagine Tom Cruise would be like, that's an easy decision. The woman I love, but
Well, it's both women he wants to fuck, for sure.
that's
What is his
true.
relationship with Rebecca Ferguson? Like, did they ever fuck or are they just
Isla?
buddies? Isa?
Isla.
They,
There's no L.
I
It's Isla. Yeah, it's
thought they
ILSA.
were together, right?
Right.
Yeah.
The S.A. is
know.
not
It's very
la.
confusing.
S.A.
Huh?
is sa.
What?
I'm saying it's Ilsa. Ilsa.
Ilsa.
You're saying slow. Anyway,
Ilsa.
who cares? What is their relationship? Like, have they...
I thought they
they-
fucked, right? No?
I don't know.
No. But they do hug at one point as if they're a couple.
Right.
Which
Right.
is like, don't you have a wife or something?
Yeah,
that
he
you never
doesn't.
see? What?
No, in past movies, they separated and she got remarried.
Okay, yeah, but he still loves her.
Well,
He loves every woman in these movies.
Well,
It's
yeah,
true.
he's like James Bond.
Yeah.
That's true because later on he's like, she's like, you don't even know me, and he's like,
I'll never let anything fucking happen to you.
that doesn't
My
matter.
point to this
fucking love
is
you.
whether it's his best friend or his lover, why would he have any feelings for Grace, who he just met?
Who
like,
keeps on
that
trying
day
to kill
or the day
her?
before?
Kill him?
Yeah.
Well, trying to get away. It's like, wait, why would he choose? That's easy. He's going to choose his buddy.
Right. So that was the one thing
You know
I
what
was
I mean?
a little bit confused
Yeah,
about.
like what? He's not going to make a
Come on,
choice.
he's the ultimate good guy. He's not going to sacrifice one of the women.
Well, he's not going to choose, but if he had to,
Well, because he even has the line later when she's like, "Why would you make your life more important than mine?" And he's like, "Does that matter?
Yeah,
What does that matter?"
he just always does the right thing.
Does that matter? You've got tits? Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Simon
the
Pegg's
best.
like, what about me?
I'm the best of us.
So then the entity uses Simon's voice to tell him to run the wrong way.
That's
And
so
then,
amazing.
it finally tells him, like, Hunt, you are done.
Yeah.
And then Grace fights Gabriel while Hunt fights Paris and some other guy in a really thin alley.
Amazing.
That was a really cool scene.
The thin
Amazing.
alley was cool, but like when the entity took over Simon Pegg's voice, that was like so crazy because that shit's like happening now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like people are getting scammed nowadays because like someone will call and be like a family member that you know, but it'll be like a scammer.
Well, I know. I mean, Johnny Cash asked me for $50 last week, and I fucking gave it to him. I was like, well, I mean, it's just
Fucking
amazing that I'm talking to
shit.
you.
Wow. Yeah, it's
Can't
crazy.
believe it.
Yeah, amazing.
So,
The technology's here.
Yeah.
I mean, Skynet is here. Like, what are we, like a year away from them controlling everything?
yeah.
18 months tops.
Is
Aaron?
this-
Well, if
this
you
gonna
ask
be-
Elon Musk, supposedly the smartest man in the world, he says we already are living in a simulation. That's what he says. He
Here's the
says it's more than likely.
Here's a question though. So, like when the internet became a
That's
thing,
what he said.
so
I'm
when,
laughing because it's funny because
He's
it's
smarter
true.
than all of us.
so like when the internet became a thing, that Sandra Bullock movie, The Net, came out.
Yeah.
that
Oh,
was
yeah.
ridiculous as fuck.
Yeah.
And now we look back and it's like, oh, that's a stupid as shit movie. Are we gonna watch this movie in 30 years
And be like,
and look back at like, oh,
"They
look
tried
at
to
what we
warn
thought
us."
about AI? What we thought about AI?
they're gonna make us watch it every day, just as a constant reminder.
Our grandkids are going to be like, wait, they knew this was coming and did nothing?
Right.
Unplug the damn thing.
I think the
Y'all
AI.
made 6 Terminators.
Yeah.
Why didn't they unplug the internet in 2023? And our excuse as we're old in bed, because I wanted to look up my keto meatloaf.
I wanted my DoorDash.
How am I supposed to Google how to fix my car?
I was tired of using the VCR for porn.
I wanted to watch.
These are all great.
I wanted to watch She-Hulk. What? We died because of She-Hulk.
I needed
Damn it!
I needed my stepsisters.
Yeah.
Sisters. My stepmother was trapped in the dryer, and she couldn't get out. I don't know. What? You bought that? I thought it was real. I don't know.
That turned you on?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So Paris starts choking Hunt out with her legs, which isn't the worst way to go.
No.
I think at the time he was like, well, I have two choices here.
You know what? In hindsight, that's why he didn't kill her.
He bashed her head into a brick wall.
But he had the opportunity. He had the opportunity to smash her brains in with
And
the
he
pipe.
didn't, and that helped.
Good
her-
thing she's
her
one of
later.
the main characters, because I'm pretty sure the other guy died in that alleyway.
Yeah, sure.
Totally.
Yeah.
And then Gabriel's about to kill Grace, but Ilsa arrives and fights him.
By the way, great music during their fight.
Yeah.
So good.
Oh, yeah.
Gabriel stabs Ilsa in the heart.
That's his thing.
Yeah, it is. And then Hunt arrives too late, finds Ilsa's dead body, and he's devastated. And that's where Grace...
I was devastated. I love her.
right.
She's my favorite.
She's cool. Grace joins Hunt's team because otherwise she's fucked. They're basically like, you're dead without us. So they make her a mask of the White Widow. And then, that was where they explained the plan was for Hunt to pose as her number one henchman guy.
Yeah.
But then, what was it? Was it the entity like fucked over their computer so they couldn't make it?
Is that what we're supposed to think?
That's what I think.
I don't
The
remember
entity
exactly what
controlled
Simon Pegg said.
He just said it's fucked.
It's fucked.
Oh, yeah.
It'd take longer. If we had a week, I still couldn't fix it or something like that.
The henchman's name was Zola.
Zola.
Very convenient for that to just naturally break at this part.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing with the entity. Everything is very convenient.
So,
like everything just happens.
Real quick, in this world, why aren't there more like fingerprint meetings between these super high-tech people? We've had this technology for almost 30 years. You know what I mean? Like the face thing.
Yeah.
Why aren't they like, oh, hi, grab face, or I need to do your fingerprint to make sure you are who you say you are?
Well, I think the secret agents get all their fingerprints burned off, like Will Smith and Men in Black.
I'm just saying, isn't there?
I'm pretty sure.
I'm just surprised they don't second guess the face thing after
Yeah.
30 years
At
of
the very least, like every high level meeting should start with like a
like a little grab.
Everyone has a face check.
pull on
Yes.
the
Yeah, for sure.
No, but I'm kind of not joking. Like, don't at
for
this
sure.
point, this is their main move.
Yeah.
This is their main. The best scene ever is where he freaking like Ethan is like in pain, and then he shoots. This is the second one or third one, and then he shoots Ethan.
Yeah.
Or no, first like he shoots him in the arm, and Ethan's like, and he's like, why are you moaning like that? And then he just blows him away.
Right.
And then you realize that it's his guy's best friend, his
Yeah.
henchman. He pulls off the mask and he's duct tape his mouth, so
Right.
he can't even talk. I was like, oh, this is amazing.
I'm with you, Joe. I think every meeting should start with the face
Little
waterfalls.
face tag.
Face
Yeah.
waterfalls.
Face waterfall.
From Face Off.
Face off, yeah.
I see you.
I mean, I guess you could
Whoa, that's
incorporate.
some saggy skin there,
you
buddy.
could incorporate John Travolta and Nicolas Cage into these movies.
Well, yeah, for reals.
I want to take Ethan's face off. So then Ving Rhames has this big monologue where I was like, he seems very suspicious here. Because he tells Hunt, he's like, you have two choices. And by the way, Ving Rhames looks like he was always crying in every scene.
Yeah, it was weird like that.
dude, his
yeah.
eyes are just naturally like watery.
I think that happens to old people. Like your eyes just start getting watery when you're old. They all look like they're crying all the
How
time.
many years I
Right.
got, Aaron?
I don't know. You and me, Joe. It's gonna hit us first.
So Ving Rhames tells Hunt the entity, wins if Ethan Hunt dies or if he kills Gabriel, because Gabriel's the only one who knows what the key unlocks. And it's just like very long thing where he's like, you're gonna have to, I don't know. And it was just very suspicious of Ving Rhames' character.
So they say Gabriel's the only one that knows what the key unlocks.
Yeah.
Gabriel didn't know what the key unlocked.
Yeah, he kind of said.
Yeah,
Well, I
no
guess that
idea.
was his, he was fucking with everyone.
I
Yeah,
guess.
but hold on. If he's that, so what? The entity's making him do all this, and then it'll shoot him at the end because he has all the info.
So like the computer, like a gun will come out of it and
Sure.
shoot
What they
him in
can't
the-
control. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like he's about to like, here, have this cold drink. Thanks for coming. And
Right.
it's bloop, little poison.
I don't know. I'm still waiting for the second movie where like it's some big name actor is like the bad guy, like revealed to be in charge of all of this. Because there's
Bryan
got to be
Cranston.
someone else.
Right, yeah.
Bryan Cranston. I mean, sure, why not?
That would be great.
So yeah, they couldn't make Ethan a mask, so he's got to find another way on the train. Meanwhile, Paris hops on the train.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, you're
we're
right.
stopping.
When you're looking back at it, the computer knew that the mask was fucked up because when the guys got on the train, they fucked with the train so Ethan couldn't get on. So they knew Ethan wasn't going to be able to get on the train.
Yeah. Sure.
And by
Something
the way,
like that.
one of my favorite parts of this whole movie was so they're having that whole meeting and everything.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to the scene of the Alps and the mountains. And Andrew and I just both looked at each other
Yeah.
because we knew
Yeah, 'cause-
what scene is coming.
Of course.
In all this.
Oh,
we were
as
like,
soon as he got on the motorcycle.
here it comes.
Well, like when they first just showed the Alps, we were like, "Oh, here it is," because you could say you could tell it's the same location. We're like, "Oh my god, it's coming!" So yeah, Paris gets on the train. She makes a little heart in the window, and the guy's like, "Oh fuck yeah, holy shit,
Yeah.
what the?" I mean, he was like, "Holy fucking shit."
You're not supposed well, okay.
She might kill me, but there's a 1% chance. I'm taking that chance. So she unlocks a box in cargo that Gabriel's inside. He's got oxygen and everything. Shea's partner tells him, maybe Hunt has a good reason for going rogue. And that like kind of teases Shea's like half face turn later,
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Grace knocks out White Widow, and she has both keys. She meets with the buyer, and the big reveal there is that it's the CIA guy. It's like, holy shit. He's, whatever. We knew he fucking wanted the thing anyway.
Yeah.
Then Grace, as White Widow, tells the CIA guy that she wants him to protect this woman, Grace, herself.
Yep.
And then,
This random lady.
yeah, Paris meets with Carrie Elwes and easily kills 2 of his men. And then Gabriel shows up, and Carrie tells Gabriel that the AI can appear anywhere and at any time and disappear without a trace. He says the AI went rogue and destroyed the submarine. So Carrie wants to form an alliance, but Gabriel slits his throat. He's dead.
So Paris is working for Gabriel, who's working for the entity in this moment, right?
Because
then here
starting
comes
to get
the
a little
swerve.
convoluted, to be honest.
Right. And Carrie Elwes was kind of like, I want to form an alliance with really the entity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure, so do I.
Because
They want
I would love to form an alliance with
because
the AI.
but then he was also like,
Okay.
I want to control that. Could you imagine the U.S. government having that fucking thing?
Sure.
Well-
For the good guys. That's what it's like.
So, did he know all along, or because, when they first were telling him about it, he was playing dumb when Ethan first did the gas to everybody.
Sure.
In that meeting, he's like, "What's going on, guys?" And
Well,
they
I
all-
think that was the point. He was playing
he
dumb.
obviously playing dumb.
Yeah. So then Gabriel stabs Paris because he thinks she'll betray him because Ethan Hunt let her live, which is kind of a weird thing. Like, why would she betray you just
The
because?
algorithm.
Huh?
Right?
Oh, the algorithm?
The algorithm said
like,
it's most
okay.
likely.
You
right,
could
that
almost make the argument that by stabbing her like that made her betray
Well, of
him.
course, right.
Like if he hadn't turned,
Yeah.
that wouldn't have happened anyways.
Right. It's like, it's almost like time travel with Terminator.
Yeah.
You send John Connor's father back in time and he has sex with his mom and makes John Connor. Like, that's just...
Or in the Matrix where the
Since time isn't linear, that's how it works.
yeah.
Yeah.
Where what is it? The Oracle was like, "Don't worry about the vase." He's like, "What vase?" Then he knocks
Right.
to her and she's like, "What'll blow your mind is if I didn't say anything, would you have done it?"
Right.
No.
Yeah.
Yo, he turned around when you said, "What's the vase?"
Exactly.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Hunt has no other choice but to drive his motorcycle off the huge cliff and open the parachute.
And
which-
land on a moving train.
Yeah. So Tom Cruise
Monday.
did those first 2 things.
Right.
But he didn't land. He didn't get on them.
Yeah.
But the fact that he really did that. I mean, is there a
6
chance?
times, right?
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
And, is there a chance that he didn't and they just do all that? They just say all this for publicity?
No way.
So
You see him go on the plane in Mission Impossible 5.
No.
where he's
No.
attached to the plane and it goes up in the air.
No, with his reputation. Well, because Andrew, tell the story that you were telling me about the order that they shot this scene in and why.
Oh, right. He said that
This is great.
him on the motorcycle going off the cliff was the first thing they shot for this movie because he said, look, if I die, I don't want to waste everyone's money and time, Like, if you shoot half the movie, then it's like, all right, it's time for the motorcycle stunt. Tom Cruise just died. The parachute didn't open. He crashed. He's
I think
dead.
he's more selfish. Then why not do it as the last thing? They had you going off the cliff. They just don't have to show you dying. And then they can shoot the
Part
rest
1, he goes off the cliff. Part 2,
So does Tom Cruise just
shit. Who's the hero now?
They turn to like Simon Pegg and he's like, not really. Anyone else?
So does Tom Cruise just go you know what? I think I'm going to go skydiving this week, and let's film something so we can use it in another movie.
Yeah, of course.
Or
That's why I'm
crazy.
saying he's gonna die filming one of these movies.
sure, I could do him. I could totally see him doing one of those gliders. It's just
He's still planning after this to do the first ever movie filmed in space.
He's gonna.
Right,
He
Well,
still
SpaceX
has that
movie.
planned.
what's
Yeah.
gonna happen is he's gonna die halfway through filming Mission Impossible 9, and then they're gonna bring in Dwayne Johnson to finish the movie.
Right.
And
So you
Dwayne's
ever-
like, yeah, I'm not doing any of that shit.
You ever hear Matt Damon's story about when he was talking to Tom Cruise? He was telling him about like the movie where the Mission Impossible where he's running on the building
Yeah.
attached to
and
the
he
line.
really did that.
And he goes, so I go to my safety guy and I plan all this out. I've been thinking about this for 15 years.
Oh, yes, I have
and,
seen this.
And I'm planning it all out. And the safety guy goes, no, it's too dangerous. There's not something we can do. So I got a new safety guy.
It's like, that's fucking insane.
That's amazing, though.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, Grace declines the payment because she was going to get $100 million. And you can even see that moment where it's like she's putting in her bank info, and it's like, well, I guess it's her bank info, right?
Sure.
But she declines the payment. She pickpockets the CIA guy, gets the keys back. And then the real White Widow arrives, but Grace has already left the room.
I love this one.
White Widow's, of course. White Widow's guys find Grace and is about to shoot her dead. And we all figured Ethan Hunt is going to land on top of this train.
Oh my
that
God.
was the one thing they didn't show us in the trailer. And then all of a sudden he crashes through the fucking train.
So good.
And knocks the guy that
You
was
know they
going to
have
shoot
to-
her out of the train.
They speed that up
and
just a little
he really
bit.
did that. No, I'm just kidding.
No, not. Well, I was gonna say I didn't read
And he
that.
killed that guy.
Yeah.
He'd be a splat on the train if
That
he
guy
really
signed a
did
waiver.
that.
He signed a waiver.
Yeah.
But no, unrealistic, but fun.
Well, come on.
But fun.
This
You
movie.
got to suspend your disbelief at that point. That was great.
Have to. Yeah.
So then Gabriel picks up the key and Hunt chases after him. Hunt and Gabriel fight on top of the train. And Shea is surprised to see his boss on the train. He's a little bit upset about that. And then when they're fighting on the train, and then the tunnel comes, and they have to, get down, lay down.
Yes.
And the tunnel, there's only like half a foot of space for them.
Oh my God.
And they're still fighting.
Oh
that
my
was
God.
fucking awesome.
The knife fight while he was
Yes.
still.
That was
still-
so
that was
fucking
No, and
really
I,
great.
like Cruz is just kind of hanging on. Like, all right, I want this tunnel to be over.
Yeah.
Then you see Gabriel like army crawling with the
Yes.
knife out front. You're like, oh my God.
You can't wait a minute.
Yeah, just chill, bro.
A lot of claustrophobic action scenes in this one.
Oh,
By the
yeah.
way, if you kill Tom and he made some sudden movement, he's going into you at like 80 miles an hour.
Because also they had to move out of the way for like
Yeah.
those other things that were coming.
If
Whatever.
he's a
like the
dead body,
lights.
it hits him
Yeah.
and takes you the fuck out.
Yeah.
This had some.
It was like Speed. That was like Speed.
Well, it had
because remember
some-
that's when Dennis Hopper he gets decapitated by the
sure.
thing.
And
Yeah.
Mission Impossible 1 where they were fighting on the train.
Yeah.
And they were going in and out on the bullet train. That was
Right.
pretty interesting.
Yeah, it was really cool. So Hunt beats Gabriel, holds a knife to his neck. He's thinking about killing him. We're not sure. But then Shea tells Hunt, don't do it. Hunt gets up. He's like, all right, just arrest him, take him. It's fine. And even Shea's like, I don't care about him.
Yeah.
Shea?
Briggs. Briggs is the character name. Yeah,
Briggs. Okay.
Yeah.
So Gabriel just jumps off the train. Like his watch, which was the entity, I guess, told him, like, jump now.
Yes.
Yeah.
It did.
Right.
The timing on that was it's Mission Impossible.
That is the ultimate trust
it
fall.
was
Ultimate
great. The
trust
ultimate
fall.
trust fall.
Yeah. He's like, I got this.
Oh, this was such a great moment, though.
Then Hunt convinces Briggs to trust him. Gabriel activates some bombs on part of the track that the train's headed to. And then Hunt shows Grace he actually has both keys.
That was awesome. When Gabriel realizes he doesn't have it.
Yeah,
and
later.
he's going away from the train. He's like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Doesn't he yell Ethan? Or
Yes.
Yeah.
He's like, Ethan,
Yep.
motherfucker. But the train can't be stopped. Gabriel destroyed the brakes when he first got on the train. And then Hunt detaches the front of the train and it crashes off the bridge. But they're still not safe yet. It kind of reminded me of Spider-Man 2 when Tobey Maguire barely stops the train, but he's hanging off. The train's hanging off. So the train's like hanging off the edge. Everyone else, Briggs got everyone else to the back of the train, so they're all safe. But they're on the very, very fucking edge.
And they
like,
have to keep getting up because every car
Yeah.
falls. It was an
and
amazing
even
scene.
every train car they have to go through was a unique thing.
Oh,
Like one
my God.
exploded.
Yeah, they climbed through like 5 different train.
One
cars.
had grease all over the floor,
Yes.
so they could
Yes.
barely climb.
Yeah, this
It
was,
was
the
incredible.
best, the best scene in the movie. for
Incredible.
sure.
Escaping the piano falling.
Oh,
And you
my
don't
God.
realize,
So many.
when you're in a train, right? And then when it goes like this, it's like a 30-foot fall
Yeah.
or more.
Right.
Oh, it's
Either
great.
way, you're dead. But yeah, when they're on the last one and the piano and everything, they're just going straight up. It's like, thank God Ethan Hunt's like American Ninja Warrior trained.
Right.
Well,
and
yeah.
for this, 'cause-
Thank God Mantis is so strong too.
Yeah, that was a really
Yeah.
cool part
was
because
nice.
even in that, I was just like, okay, I know he's not going to die because he's Ethan Hunt. He's he's the main character, but like, how the fuck are they going to get out of this?
Yeah.
And then Paris saves them. Face turn
Nice
complete.
face turn, yeah.
Yes, that was really cool. But she's still really hurt from the knife, the stab wound. He asks Paris what the key unlocks, and she says Sevastopol, I think, right? That's the name of the submarine. Yeah. Then she passes out from the stab room. At the time, we think she's
That's
dead.
it. Yeah.
But then Hunt has only one parachute, so he parachutes off the train before Briggs could stop him, but he left Grace behind. And then Briggs' partner says Paris has a pulse, so she's alive.
Yes.
She's going to be in the next one.
Don't take more than one woman away from me that I love in this movie.
No, you're not Ethan Hunt.
Oh. Aren't we all Ethan Hunt watching this?
No, we all loved Paris in this movie. She was
God.
great.
Her makeup when they were in that club.
Oh,
Like,
right.
yeah.
The
Powder with the
white
little
Like
makeup,
Oscar.
kind of
Yeah.
clownish.
Oh, it was great.
Uh-huh.
I was rock hard that whole time.
Kind of Oscar, kind of Harley Quinn.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
That was great.
And then Grace tells the CIA guy, "Oh yes, I choose to accept my mission." And he's like, "I don't have a fucking mission for you." bitch."
Yeah, she's,
Like, all right, I
he's
guess.
like, okay, civilian.
He's like, no, you're going to prison.
But she was great
Directly
too.
to jail. Yeah,
She was
good.
great. Haley Atwell.
So then, Hunt parachutes. He lands in front of Simon. He hands him the key, and they drive off. And the final shot of the movie shows the crashed submarine at the bottom of the sea. And then, part 1 of 2. It's the style at the time.
Yeah.
We're getting a bunch of two-parters,
Yep.
you know?
Yep.
A much better two-parter than Fast and Furious.
Well, we don't know yet.
Well,
We
I'm
haven't-
okay, much better
Yeah,
part one, because part one in Fast and Furious had that really lame ending. Like, what the fuck? That's how you're going to end it?
Yeah, but it was more of a cliffhanger, though, wasn't
but
it?
I don't know. I kind of felt like this is like a little bit of a self-contained movie almost. Like you finish like
Well, Fast X has more of a cliffhanger than,
Right.
than this. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I don't know about Josh and Andrew, but I think Joe and I are pretty clear on the pounding the table for Tom Cruise movies. Like, he just makes great fucking movies, this guy.
It's great
just
movies.
fantastic.
This movie was awesome.
He's single-handedly saving summer. You know, last year it was Top Gun. This year it's now this one. Next year it's going to be the next Mission Impossible movie.
I love how before all of his movies now, so the last two since COVID, Top Gun and this one, he just comes on before the movie and he's like, "Hey, America, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
That's it. Enjoy this film in a theater." Yeah, we're in the theater. You don't have to say, "Now enjoy this film. I paid and I'm sitting in the seat." But it's just him going like, "Hey, I look, I got you."
My favorite, look, we could do ratings in a second. My favorite Tom Cruise movie is still Edge of Tomorrow.
It's amazing.
good one.
I love
Yeah.
Edge of Tomorrow.
And the sequel's been
Yes.
announced. I just don't know how they're
Well,
going to do
it's
it.
been delayed so many times.
yeah.
I hope they do it.
I know.
But it's always been my
It's
favorite.
incredible. That
It's
movie's
so fucking
incredible.
good. Because it's the one movie where he's not awesome at the beginning.
Right.
Like, remember,
Yeah.
he's a pussy at the beginning.
Yes.
He dies
And he
so
becomes
many times.
awesome. Like, that's what's unique about that one.
I don't know if I can put that over the first Top Gun, but yes, that movie is one of my favorites.
I
of all
would say
time.
Top Gun 2 was better than Top Gun 1.
I would say that as well.
Top Gun 2 was like a Mission Impossible movie.
Yeah.
And then you thought it was over, and then there's another whole mission.
Yeah.
Well, they
Plus,
were different.
better action because of the,
Yeah.
Well, they were
times.
totally different movies. I mean, just
I get that.
totally
kind
different
of.
tones.
Yeah. I mean, both you're training young people to do something that all of a sudden has to happen at the end, but anyway.
Do y'all guys want a little bit of a mind fuck?
Yeah.
What?
So John Voight in the first movie,
Oh, yeah.
Tom Cruise is older than him.
Yeah.
Than he
that
was.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Than John was in the first
But
movie.
when you look
And
at John,
looks
when you
so
look
old.
at John Voight in that movie, it's like, well, yeah, he looks 60, and then Tom Cruise now looks, 40, not
Right.
60.
Right.
But yeah, it's
Yeah.
It's just crazy. Like he looks so old, and yet
Yeah.
Tom Cruise is older than him.
yeah,
So the opening credits appeared 28 minutes
Yeah.
into the film.
craziness.
And like, I forgot. I was like, oh, right.
Yeah.
This movie hasn't even come on yet.
right. Well, because like Christopher Nolan usually doesn't ever have opening credits.
Right.
It
Right.
just you don't get that. You just get closing credits at the end. But yeah, what do you want to rate this movie?
Oh, 9.5.
9.
9 for
9
sure.
out of 10.
Yeah, 9's fair. I mean, for what this is, you know what I mean? Like,
For Mission Impossible movies, 10 out of 10.
the only thing lacking is like a great bad guy. Gabriel's just kind of. I mean, that's what all these Mission Impossible movies lack, in my opinion.
Oh, I thought Philip Seymour Hoffman was amazing, and like
That
the
was a
third
long
one.
time ago,
And
yeah.
then the Syndicate guy, he was awesome. That creepy kind of.
Yeah, he was good, but this one was missing. The Gabriel guy's not that interesting.
No,
That's-
you're right. Yeah,
that's
we don't know the bad guy. The bad guy's a ghost, right?
Yeah.
That's a fair point, but you were just legit on the edge of your seat this whole movie.
Whole movie.
The action scenes were so well done.
Yeah.
I know.
So did anybody?
This
Did anybody?
is why you go to the movies.
Yeah. Did anybody
course.
read the budget? The final budget
No.
estimated?
No.
So we can go around and guess. I'll just say because of the delays.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll start with Josh. Give me a number. I'll say higher or lower. We'll get there.
Okay, 400 million.
Lower.
Hey, who knows?
What do you mean?
That's ridiculous.
Fast 10 was 400 million.
To the budget?
Yeah.
That's insane.
I was going to say 300.
Lower.
The budget was lower than that?
That's a lot of money.
250.
Higher.
275.
Higher.
285.
Higher.
290.
Higher.
295.
Lower.
Aaron.
Come on, Aaron.
293.
Yes. There's only one left after that.
So I was close with 300 because
Yeah,
No,
300,
yeah,
you're
you're
like,
right,
no.
Well, I wanted to get it exactly. I played my little
because
game.
with Tom Cruise, he wants more live action stunts and not CG.
True, but
So-
also a lot of the delays in filming were caused that to
Right.
be even that high.
Yes.
Right,
I
that's
think Tom
why-
knows how to make an efficient movie.
Well,
That's why it went high.
It almost already made all of its money back. The
Did it
opening
really?
weekend.
Oh
I
my
think it
God.
was 265 million.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Last I checked on
that's
Rotten
insane.
Tomatoes, both the critic and the like regular people score was like 94, 96.
Yeah.
Both crazy high.
235 global.
Wow. That's
yeah.
great.
80 million domestic. So yeah.
How many of these actors have been in every Mission Impossible?
It's got to be just him, right?
No, none. Except for Tom
him.
Cruise, right.
Okay, Tom Cruise is one. It is over one.
Ving Rhames.
Ving
No.
Rhames is correct.
Really?
Everyone.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I
Everyone.
feel like he missed one, but I
Anybody
guess I was
else?
wrong.
But that's it, right?
No, that's it. Simon Pegg came on in three
Four?
or four.
4 was Ghost Protocol. I thought that's where he started, but I could be wrong.
I thought I read three, but yeah, one of those.
Yeah.
Third film.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ghost Protocol is the one where he just uses Apple products the whole movie to hack everything. And it's like, my iPhone can't do this. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
I guess he jailbroke it.
So 1996 was the first M1 Mission
Yes.
Impossible. Wow.
Wow.
And about
7 years ago.
2000, yeah. Oh, Jesus.
2,000 years?
No. I'm just saying 2000 was the
2000
next one.
years.
About like 4 to 6 years for each Mission Impossible.
Well,
movie,
because
it
he's
seems like.
taken long breaks for some of them. You know? I mean, this one was what, 5 years? Because 2018 was the last one. And obviously, COVID delayed it a little bit. But yeah. All right, let's do fan questions. Harpoon Fingerfuck.
Love that
You
guy.
know this guy.
Yeah, that guy.
I've been binge watching these movies for the first time. Just finished Mission Impossible 4 this morning. It's really starting to get good at this point. I really liked Ghost Protocol. I really liked that one.
I don't think any of these are bad.
First two were kind of cheesy 90s style spy movies, but still great. Hoping this one's good. Should I binge Indiana Jones for the first time and go see the new one next?
Binge the
I
first
can't.
3 and then stop.
and then stop.
MGF, this is the Hog Pod, but hit my button. Well, we did earlier. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Hollywood Hogwash proudly presents to you your AEW World Heavyweight Champion of the world, the Devil's favorite worshiper, Maxwell Jacob. That's not a question, MJF, but all right.
All right.
You know, it's a troll. Bill Capri, do you think the motorcycle jump stunt was a little underwhelming because of the trailer and the behind the scenes? Still the best scene, by the way. I mean, I would say no.
No, it was still amazing.
What I loved
Yeah,
is
it's still good.
when he goes off the cliff, it's completely silent.
Yes.
And like the theater's silent because you're just like,
We
your
were-
jaw is dropped.
Because we all knew that was fucking him
Yeah,
in the air like
it's
that.
crazy. Andy Piccone, which stunt from the movie are you most confident you could pull off? Like probably like the pickpocket. I could probably do that. The pickpocket.
I think I could walk up and down the stairs, you know, or climb the ladder that he climbed to get to the roof. I think I could do that.
Climb a ladder.
I
Okay,
could
yeah,
do
me
the,
too.
I could do the Tom Cruise run pretty good.
Just not as fast.
Just the open hands.
The open hands.
Well, that's like the T1000, right?
Yes.
I mean, that's how you're supposed
That's right.
to. Let's be honest. That's how you're supposed to run. That's the correct way to sprint. Josh DiStefano, The Train Off the Bridge, Piece by Piece was great. MI3 is my favorite, the one with Philip Seymour Hoffman. Looking forward to part 2. Yeah, same. Omar, about to catch this bad boy tonight in IMAX. I just did a marathon of all 6 movies. I got to say, the first 3 I really didn't like,
Damn.
which is funny because I have the first three have the three lowest source scores on Rotten Tomatoes. They didn't really hit their stride until J.J. Abrams took over. I'm glad they took out the romance and focused on the action and badass spy tech instead of always trying to save the girl. Can't wait to watch this. Josh, spell impossible. That's impossible.
IMPOSSIAPL.
Did you say IPL?
Mission Impossible.
Did I get it?
Possible?
No. Fuck.
No.
I really thought he had it. You were on the I. I was like, holy shit.
I thought I had it too.
I thought it was going to be the first one.
You got like
had
3/4 through.
He could have had one letter left, and I would have bet you money, Joe.
PAL instead of BLE.
Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible.
Impossible. You're my pal.
IMSSOPA.
IMSS.
ABL.
Impossible.
I have an idea. When you go off the motorcycle and you're in the air, you just turn to the camera and you go, "This mission just got more impossible." Remember that's Ben Stiller when he was Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
This mission just got more impossible.
All right. I like how the second attempt you got worse at spelling it. It was
didn't even know
IMSS.
IMPOSSIP.
Impossible.
IAP.
No.
IABL.
There's no A.
There's no A.
So A.
You keep forcing the A. You keep redoing it
Oh
like,
my God.
well, the A is a certainty.
No, you didn't
Let me
see
try
it.
some other letters around it.
Josh just broke my heart the way he looked at me when he said, "There's no A." He was devastated. I feel. Oh,
What's
man.
fucked up is you kept getting the I, so I don't know why you thought you needed the A.
IMPOSSABLE.
No.
Impossible.
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 Impossible. Oh, fuck. Now I'm confused.
Unpassable is really what your spelling test would be.
A-B.
PCJ, fuck, marry, kill, toxic.
so close.
No, you weren't.
You can't get close with a word we had to spell in third
That's
grade.
like getting 2 lottery numbers. That was so close.
Who spells impossible in third grade? That's impossible.
Oh,
for
stop
you.
it.
Okay, fair
I've got kids. That's when they're teaching this stuff.
PCJ, fuck, marry, kill, toxic women as they are today, not in their prime. This has nothing to do with the movie. Kim Kardashian, Pamela Anderson, Jennifer Lopez. Push? Oh, fuck, marry, kill.
You're fucking Jennifer Lopez.
No, you're marrying her.
Oh, Mary.
Marry
That's
J-Lo.
right.
She's the only one that looks good.
Mary and J-Lo. And,
I'm gonna kill Kim because you know.
Right.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll fuck
Pam.
Pamela because she was one of my favorites growing up.
Get a tetanus shot. All right, that is all for fan questions.
Before or after?
Yeah, both. Make sure you just subscribe to the podcast wherever you're viewing us. Follow the show on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Hollywood Hog Pod. Become a supporter of the show at patreon.com/Hollywood Hogwash. Get the bonus episodes there. And next week, we got Oppenheimer
What are we doing for Barbieheimer
and
week?
Barbieheimer.
What was it?
What?
Barbieheimer?
Barbieheimer. Yeah. Those are the bombs themselves.
So we're all seeing Oppenheimer, but are we doing Oppenheimer or are we doing something else?
Let's do Oppenheimer, yeah.
Why wouldn't
Okay.
we?
Yeah, let's do Oppenheimer.
I don't know.
Oh.
And like a 5-minute review of Barbie. Just no notes, just what'd you think?
Hi, Barbie.
What the fuck was
Hi,
that?
Ken.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a prediction. We're gonna all be like, we can't believe we like this movie.
No,
That's
I
why
don't think
I'm
so.
saying I
Okay.
think we should do a full review.
Depends how much feet are in it.
I think there's going to be a fair amount.
We'll see you next week.
We've seen.